as always, my dear friends, please give a big clap to our band. Flori, Riedel, and the band. And we have two bands this day or today because we have two stages, as you might know already. So, are you well? Did you eat and drink a lot? Good. I'm so happy. It gives me so much joy to hope and hope to see you here, my dear DLD community. Who has been at DLD before? Look, for the newbies, you really can see that we are a community, a long-standing since 2006, 18 years. We do DLD, imagine, 18 years. What happened in these 18 years? Quite a big thing, quite many new things happened. You get a little older, don't you think so, in 18 years? Me too, look my hair. We live in fragile times, and you are an informed crowd. You know what I mean by fragile. Our world is in a turmoil with wars, with climate change, with biodiversity loss, extremist movements on the rise, even in the most settled democracies. Geopolitical tensions, inflation, scarcity of energy, and critical materials. Please excuse me a moment with my speech. I forgot to welcome all the dignitaries here, especially. Normally you do this as a good host, and I hope I will be one day a good host, but Prime Minister Söder, Science and Cultural Minister Markus Blume, Staatsminister Hermann, you've been here last year on this stage. Can you remember? Minister for Law, Georg Eisenreich, Charlotte Knobloch. You're such a role model to us. There are so many role models here. I can't say hello to all of them, but it's important that you get in contact with them. So the fragile times, to bring it down even to a personal level, the current train drivers strike and the farmers' protests here in Germany, aren't these symptoms for this bigger disarray? And above all, generative AI, a world-changing technology, is leaving an impact on every aspect of our lives and businesses. Is there anybody who hasn't heard about generative AI? Look at this. So we have to ask us, friends, is it a hype? Will it help to solve global issues? Or will it create a downward spiral for most of humanity? We don't know it yet. We really don't know it yet. What do we know? All this instability is shaking up our confidence in progress and reason, our view of the now and future. It makes us feel anxious, disconnected, and estranged from our assumption of reality. It's a slow poison that creates a void of meaning, It has the power to drive us into apathy, or even ideologies that promise easy solutions to hyper-complex challenges. I really strongly believe that in a world full of questions, we need community, we need friends, we need trust, and we need open minds, interdisciplinary exchange, and a culture of debate. That's what our DLD motto, Dare to Know, signifies. Philosopher Immanuel Kant framed the European Age of Enlightenment with this thinking. his thinking. He called every single individual to use their own mind, and train their judgment. He called every single individual to use their own mind and train their judgment, to break free from binding tradition, dogma, and unquestioned authorities. In my view, Kant's thinking is still as powerful and relevant as it was 230 years ago. If we want to shape the future, the pursuit of knowledge is our responsibility. Or rather, it's our duty as citizens, entrepreneurs, investors, politicians, educators, and last but not least, as parents. It's an integral task to each and every one of us. This spirit gives DLD a particular swing. Of course, DLD remains a tech and business conference. Good business is a key aspect that drives our life. But this year, we are particularly emphasizing questions beyond business cases and investment opportunities. Mr. Söder, you should listen to me. We will try, what?
Not minister.
Yeah, Prime Minister Söder. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. And the two of us, remember, we've been in the Internet Beirat of Minister President Stoiber 18 years ago, 96. Internet Beirat. Last century, you're right. You're right. We will try to explore what dare to know means at many different levels, with insights from philosophers, scientists, artists, and visionaries. Please allow them to tickle our mind and open new perspectives for you. Dare to know means leaving our echo chambers, not taking things for granted, shifting our thought patterns. That's what makes DLD and the DLD community so very, very special. We are proud to be the source of the often unseen and unreported sides and nuances that go beyond number crunching and data analysis. We are proud to introduce you to speakers that are not on the global conference agenda yet. Remember Scott Galloway? Nobody knew him when he spoke 2014 for the first time. Now he's a big star. But we are also proud of all of those who see DLD as an ever-evolving ecosystem, kind of a living sculpture. I'm thinking of people like Werner Vogel, CTO of Amazon, a little company in the world, for example, who first spoke at DLD in 2009 when cloud computing just started gaining traction for business. Cloud computing. Have you ever heard about cloud computing? Who is dealing with cloud computing? Some of you. To me, since then, the world cloud in combination with software and computing was a total paradox. But Werner was right in believing that it will be an integral application to every single business on the planet, cloud computing. This year, Werner is back and give us an outlook on how we can solve global problems with the help of AI. I look forward to his AI for Good talk tomorrow. Cheers. Another example for a long-term community member is Esther Dyson. She was the first person who explained the concept of the internet to our beloved chairman, Hubert Burda, in 1996. She used an analogy of a beer party where people could hang out together, chat and exchange information. She was really visionary. Esther, so glad to have you back. There are so many more examples. I want you to know that it's not about inviting the same faces every year. It's about community and mutual learning. We grow together. Dare to engage with this community. It's important for you. Dare to know, of course, also has a very pragmatic side to it. We are all here to learn about how to integrate AI, quantum, blockchain, and spatial computing into our work and spatial computing. We want to know what the outlook on the energy market, what is the outlook and on the energy market and the global decarbonation, the so necessary global decarbonization. And we want to find out which developments are lining up in the fields like education, health, space exploration, mobility, food, materials, aviation, and of course, media and entertainment. Plus, we will be presenting you insights from emerging ecosystems from around the globe, like Nigeria. Who from you is from Nigeria? We did a DLD exploration tour to Lagos in November, and it was a fascinating outlook into the future. I'm very proud to host today a big Nigerian delegation, but we also have speakers from China, Southeast Asia, Central Eastern Europe, by the way, a very blossoming region when it comes to talent, innovation, and growth that needs much more attention. Who of you have been recently in Sofia? Some. In Tallinn, in Warsaw. Far too few. You have to go there. There's so exciting things going on, and you have no idea. Cluj, for example, an amazing place. By the way, we have more than 100 content sessions planned with over 200 experts in their fields who are eager to share their expertise with you over the next 3 days. Don't be overwhelmed, just go with the flow. Again, dare to learn to be surprised, and follow up with the learnings. And now, very shortly, a little housekeeping. Next to the conference program, which is running parallel on 2 stages, we created a line of workshop and deep dives at our DLD school. It's located upstairs of the networking area behind the large LED screen. Make sure you check it out and mark your calendar for the sessions you are interested in. Admission is on a first come, first serve. Now it's my particular pleasure to introduce you to our host in this amazing, outstanding location. Florian Haller, CEO of Serviceplan Group. The House of Your Communication, isn't it a wonderful location? It's perfect for DLD with its community-focused spaces and its amazing artworks. There will be also, by the way, an art exploration. You give a tour, Florian, don't you? When you have to announce it. This here, it's a hub for creation and innovation, for bold thinking and a dare-to-know attitude. Come here, explain it a little.
So, dear Minister President, dear ministers, dear Charlotte Knobloch, dear friends and partners of DLD, dear Steffi, in the name of Serviceplan Group, I'm very pleased, I'm very happy and very honored actually to welcome you again here in the House of Communication. Last year's DLD Conference, at least from the feedback which I got, was an outstanding success, especially regarding the innovative power and the wonderful, brilliant ideas and solutions which have been discussed here by you who are here. Therefore, I invite you happily once again to take possession of this House of Communication, to feel at home, to utilize it to its real purpose. And its real purpose is it should be a place for creative exchange of forward thinkers from all industries and different academic disciplines. Yet, the even most exciting and beautiful location and the best experts and the most inspiring speakers will not bring any innovation if one energy is missing. And that energy is the most powerful, renewable energy which we have. It's optimism. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean everything will be fine in the end of the day, optimism. For me, optimism is the firm belief that the future is not written yet, and that we always can change things for the better through our own actions. So this is what I'd like to share with you in today's DLD and this year's DLD conference. I urge us all to be optimistic. And surely there is some objective reasons to be optimistic for 24. Just to mention a few, we see inflation rates dropping in several countries, we see falling interest rates refueling our economies hopefully, and we see renewable energy on its rise again. But honestly speaking, I'm convinced that we do not only have a reason to be optimistic, but honestly, I think we have the duty to be optimistic. This quotation has been invented, not by myself, but by Karl Popper, who as a Jewish philosopher in the beginning of the last century has gone through much harder times, actually, than we have and than we can imagine today. And despite his experiences, he still emphasized that optimism was the most powerful catalyst for progress, and he started this by maintaining a positive outlook towards the future. We were able to promote change and improvement. If we, who bear responsibility for companies, for brands, for people and media, want to promote change, which we need so urgently, we should not search for reasons to be optimistic. I believe very strongly we must become the reason to be optimistic. Our common duty in 24 is to change future anxiety into future positivity. And we will achieve this if we spread the confidence that new technologies, and AI is just one example of them, always opens up new opportunities which exceed their risks by far. And that change in society is always a chance for renewal that leads to new innovation and resilience. I'm future positive because I believe that only the possibilities of tomorrow can solve our challenge, and not the fear of yesterday. And I'm more than curious to hear your ideas for a positive future. Let's dare to know. Have a great time. Thank you very much.